Editor's note: this article contains spoilers for Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2. Will Byers, Noah Schnapp, is the boy who started it all. In Season 1 of Stranger Things, set in 1983, Will is the first person from Hawkins, Indiana to go missing in the Upside Down. In the time since then, Will hasn't had the easiest childhood. From being trapped in the underworld to being possessed by its master, it's safe to say that Will's actually had a pretty rough go of it. Add on the very real-world circumstances of being different in a time and place where it could get you killed, and it's abundantly clear why Will has felt very isolated over the past 3 seasons leading up to Season 4. Collider video of the day. Will's sexuality has been a hot topic of discussion regarding Stranger Things for years. And while the show's cast and crew have been reluctant to call it what it is, after a couple of very important conversations in Volume 2, it's abundantly clear that Will is, at the very least, not straight. In an interview with series creators Matt and Ross Duffer, Collider's own Steve Weintraub asked the writing and directing duo about Will's speech to Mike, Finn Wolfhard, in Episode 8. In the episode, Will unveils his painting from Volume 1 and explains the complexities of Elle and Mike's feelings for each other. To Mike, Hess talking about 11, Millie Bobby Brown, but for Will, Jonathan, Charlie Heaton, and the audience, we can see that Hess also talking about himself. The Duffer brothers both wrote and directed these final 2 episodes, and through this scene, in particular, they use a variety of camera angles to create a sense of duality on top of Will's speech. We see Jonathan watching the conversation unfold through the rearview mirror, Mike's oblivious innocence as Will pours his heart out, and Will's utter heartache as he hides his tears from his friend. We later also get a conversation between Will and Jonathan where Jonathan makes it abundantly clear to Will that he loves him for exactly who he is. As a queer person, Jonathan's careful and intentional affection for his younger brother speaks volumes. Matt Duffer shared what went into making the scene, saying, "Noah's amazing. We shot that scene, it was half a day shooting that scene from getting every angle, it was an important scene to get right, we felt. But Noah was, I thought, just incredible in that scene. I also love that scene between him and Charlie, him and his brother, Jonathan. His brother being there for him." When asked about what they could share about Will's future in Season 5, Matt Duffer went on to explain, "Will's going to be a big part and focus, is really all I can say of Season 5, in his journey. We're starting to see his coming of age, really. Which has been challenging for a number of reasons, some of which are supernatural. But you're starting to see him come into his own." Ross Duffer added, "It's setting up us coming full circle back to Season 1. I think you'll see that with a couple of the character arcs, not just with Will, but also with Steve and Nancy, and her relationship with Jonathan where things are not fully resolved. The characters have maybe made steps, like in the case of Will, but that journey isn't over yet. All of that is going to play a huge role as we try to wrap this thing up next season." In a cast filled with talented actors, Schnapp has always been one of the most natural, and underrated, of the bunch. Hearing that Will be taking center stage again in Season 5 as he comes into his own is an exciting prospect for longtime fans of the series. Stranger Things has no shortage of relatable characters, and for anyone who sees themselves in Will Byers, knowing that he may finally get to be his most authentic self and find nothing but love and support from his friends and family is definitely a beacon of hope. Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 and 2 are now available on Netflix. Read more about Stranger Things Season 4. Stranger Things 4, Sadie Sink shares her take on why Max and Lucas broke up. Netflix crashed when Stranger Things 4 Volume 2 dropped. Stranger Things 4, Robert Englund explains why Victor Creel blinded himself.